Why did I move here? Guess it was the weather, or the I don't know, that thing, that magic you see in the movies. I wanted to retire from what I was doing, from that line of work. Be a good guy for once, a family man. So I bought a big house, came here, put my feet up, and thought I'd be a dad, like all the other dads. I could be like the kids on TV, we could play ball, sit in the sun, but well, you know how it is. And that's what Michael said for all the trailers of GTA 5. And now, how many years has it been? 12? It's gotta be 13 since that game came out, and we're waiting on GTA 6 for another year. And I am optimistic. I'm excited but worried. And that's what today's about. We're talking about GTA 6. My apologies for the really cringy, outdated 12-year-old line from Michael. My bad. To begin, as of recording this, there is a year and 2 weeks, a year and 10 days from when this comes out. It'll be exactly a year and 10 days before GTA 6 comes out. So we don't know everything about it. There's a lot left to interpretation. We have gotten 2 trailers, and neither of which have been super expressive of what the game will have in store, and that's okay. Because to be fair, the trailers for GTA 5 didn't have a whole lot of substance to them either, and that ended up fine. But let's get into my history with Rockstar Games, alongside what the internet has done with the past 2 Rockstar games and what I expect to happen with the next, alongside my thoughts, positive and negative, about GTA 6 and whatnot, and we'll just move forward into that. Let me get a drink real quick. Get a little sippy. So, my history with Rockstar Games starts on the PlayStation 2. It starts with San Andreas, and it starts with my cousin Chase. Hi Chase, you're probably not watching this. You bald fuck. I love you. So, on his PS2, he had San Andreas alongside... I think he had Vice City, but I didn't play that one. I only played San Andreas, and I played a lot of San Andreas, typically with cheats, and we would do like the short 2-player bits that the game had, but I would have to play with like a racing controller, like the big wheel, which was very perplexing as like a 5-year-old, or a 7-year-old, or whatever the fuck, however old I was at that point. But that's my start with Rockstar. I played a lot of San Andreas. I played like little tidbits of Vice City, and then I got to play GTA 4, which is really fucking good. I played little bits and pieces of the first Red Dead. I played through all of Bully. I love that game. And I played the first Manhunt, all of which are really good. So there's that. To preface, like, I have a little bit of history. I'm not old enough. To be fair, I didn't get to the age where I could legally purchase a GTA game until like a year and a half ago. So I'm not exactly an OG. I haven't been playing since the 2D games or anything. However, I have played these games for a long time. GTA 5 has been out for half of my life. Well, more than half, actually. And I played a lot of it. I've played through it 3 times. I haven't touched online. But I've played through the game a bit, and I like it. I think it is a step down from GTA 4. I think it is a step up from the first Red Dead. It is a step up from most of the games before it. Like, 4 is better. I would argue San Andreas is better. And I would argue that Red Dead 2 is probably better. But I prefer GTA over Red Dead. So, But I love GTA 5. It is a game that took over the internet for a long time. If you were on the internet on like the lead up to the game coming out, you knew it existed. If you were on the internet for the 12 years that it has been gone, it is still a phenomenal, like, fucking imposing power on the internet. YouTube by itself is like GTA funny moments were a thing for like 5.5 years, and those were like the most viewed things on the platform. Then you had GTA races, the weird challenges, people speedrunning the game is still really popular. GTA RP is really big. Like modded GTA with like different like comic book characters or anime characters or whatever. Those videos get tens, if not hundreds of millions of views. GTA 5 blew up the fucking internet for like, you know, the entirety of the time it's been out. Microtransactions are a thing, and those have gotten bits and pieces of controversy, but to be fair, other than that, the game is just kind of gone. It is still, to this day, if I'm not, let me look that up real quick, because it was the most, like, it was the game that had made the most money. GTA 5 make. Okay. It is the second best-selling video game of all time, with 210 million copies shipped, and one of the most financially successful entertainment products of all time, with nearly 10 billion in worldwide revenue. Its successor, Grand Theft Auto 6, is scheduled to release May 2026. Yeah. The first day sales, whenever it came out, was like 800 million. And quick thing, I think, because I'll probably forget to say this, I feel like when GTA 6 comes out in May of next year, what I think happens is it has the single biggest opening day of any game ever. I think it sells 1 billion copies that day. I think it sells 1.5 that weekend. I think it is the single biggest like opening day and opening weekend and opening week for a game ever. There's way too many people that are interested. There's way too many people that are into it. There's way too many people who have already like said they're purchasing it. Plus all the people who wanted it for all this time. People are buying this fucking game. I think if it's a creative failure, it is still going to be the most financially successful thing ever when it comes to games. Like, you could argue, like, Fortnite or something, but, like, that's a free game, so it's different. It's like comparing Roblox to Minecraft. One is paid, one isn't. But that's besides the point. But, like, you know, GTA 5 has had a chokehold on the internet forever. Anytime somebody needs to pop a like boost of like a YouTube channel or a Twitter thing, they talk about GTA. It's kind of a big deal. There's a lot of conversation online about the story of GTA 6, which I'm excited for, because I think when Rockstar tries, they can do really good stories. GTA 4 is God tier. San Andreas, God tier. GTA 5 is good, great, not their best. Red Dead 2, really good story. Red Dead 1, good story. Bully, fun story. Manhunt, fun story. Vice City, good story. Rockstar, when they want, can make really good, impactful, carefully crafted, really genuinely thought-provoking and emotion-brought stories. But when they do that, typically they get not great, like, conversations about said story. Like, GTA 4 is probably their best story, and, you know, the reason they didn't try as hard with GTA 5 is because of that game having people talk shit about it so much. I mean, they literally took the most, like, important part of that game's, like, personality, Johnny, and just smashed his head in. And, like, that's a fun scene, and it shows how much of a fucking lunatic Trevor is and whatnot. But it's very on the nose. They are telling you, hey, you didn't like that? Cool. Crunch. which sucks because that game has some really good story stuff. It has really fun elements. It has really fun like world building. Everything about that game is like tremendous. Not to mention the best ragdoll stuff in any game ever. Maybe. I think GTA 5 did really good with world building, with music, with animation, with acting. I think the place where it fucked, where it was like really good, was in its like action and stuff. I think the heists are tremendous. I think all the stunt jumps are great. I think everything about the game in that sense is real fucking cool. The issue that I had with GTA 5 was that the story felt lesser than some that came before it. And that's not me hating GTA 5. GTA 5 is great. I think that story's good. I think the ending where you kill Michael is really fucking like satisfying from a narrative standpoint of like looking at it through the eyes of Franklin and whatnot. I love it. And it ends with like the Lamar call and stuff. Really cool. And then Trevor hates you and shit. It's good. I think there's a lot of really good story stuff throughout. I think all of the stuff with Franklin's really cool. I like Lamar. Lester's fun. Trevor and Michael's back and forths throughout are really good. The stuff with Brad, all of it just fucking awesome. However, the story beats of GTA 4 far outweigh GTA 5. And I think, based on what little we know about GTA 6, I feel like it's going to be a step in the right direction story-wise. I think it's going to be that push that GTA 5 was missing story-wise. I feel like our two characters are going to have a very special, very genuine relationship that we as the viewer are going to watch change a lot. We're going to watch it develop. We're going to see everything about it over and over and over. And I think they're going to break our fucking hearts. I think they're actually going to do a really good story. I can't say for sure, because I'm not on their writing team. I don't know what they plan on. But from what we know, I'm very excited. From what we know, I am excited, and I have a positive outlook, and I'm optimistic. Now let's get into what worries me. So, I think if there's like one or two things wrong with the game, I think the internet's gonna freak out. Like, if the game comes out and it's buggy, I think people are going to riot. Which is like, games are gonna have bugs. And I think a game having bugs can A, make it funner, and B, can like make it where you get to watch some of the development process, which is pretty cool. But I feel like people will freak out about that. Similarly, I feel like if it doesn't live up to expectations story-wise, I feel like people are going to be very upset, but they're going to keep playing. However, if the game fails to deliver as a game, if GTA 6 doesn't deliver what it has been built up to be over the past 12 years, I think we're looking at maybe never getting a GTA 7 or like I feel like if GTA 6 fails, not monetarily, because it's going to make money, but if it fails on a story basis or on a gameplay basis, if it fails as a game, I think they just completely retire GTA. I feel like if the game fails, what they'll do is they'll push everything back into GTA 5 Online, and they will just never touch GTA again. That's what I think would happen. I hope that doesn't happen. That would suck. But that's what I'm expecting if a bad thing happens, which hopefully not. And then, similar bad thing, it's going to put the internet in a chokehold again, which in some situations is a good thing and in some isn't. For example, it is going to push creators on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok and whatnot to be extremely creative. People are going to have to do stuff differently because there's going to be so many eyes on this project. So many. And when it comes out, Let's Plays and whatnot are going to do great. Speedruns and whatnot are going to do great. But after a minute, that's no longer going to bring in viewership. So people are going to be making a lot of GTA stuff. There'll be, hair in my mouth. There will be a lot of GTA modded stuff. There will be a lot of GTA Online stuff whenever they do that. There will be a lot of GTA RP stuff when they do that. There will be a lot of what ifs. There will be a lot of created stories that go along with it and whatnot. And I'm excited for that. However, I'm not excited for everything to be GTA 6. And that's a little worrying, especially, like, let's say you have a creator who you really like. Who's a good example? I'm trying to think. Jacksepticeye doesn't seem like he would do... I don't know. We'll use him as an example. Jacksepticeye, right? When the game comes out, he's playing it, for sure. Is he playing it on his channel? Maybe. Does he stream it? Maybe. Whatever. None of that's important. But, like, theoretically, he posts the full, 60-hour story of the game on his channel in, 2-hour increments over the course of, a month or something. Who knows? Whatever. When he does that, he's not going to have stuff coming out alongside it. Similarly, creators like the Vanoss crew are all going to be making GTA stuff, and there's not going to be a lot going out alongside it for a period. And I feel like that's going to be a lot of the internet for a while. News companies are going to be talking about the amount of money GTA made. They're going to be talking about the amount of players it has at every time. That's going to be a big thing. Controversies. They're going to talk about creators. They're going to talk about all that. Creators are going to be making GTA stuff for a while. And I'm cool with that. 100%. I love creators making stuff about, the same thing, being able to compare and contrast and tell, oh, well, this person is putting more creative stuff into it while this person is doing a very thorough review, or this person's modding it while this person is, fixing textures, or this person is working on bug fixes whilst this person is trying to start an RP server. There's a million things you could do, and that's cool. That's not an issue. The issue comes with when the entire world's looking at GTA. Creators who are not doing that are going to have some issues. For example, somebody who makes videos on Red Dead 2, that's the thing they do. That channel will not be performing well in comparison to a channel focusing on GTA. Five Nights at Freddy's YouTubers are not going to be doing as well as the people who are hopping on GTA 6. Creators who review old games are not going to be doing as well as people who are reviewing GTA 6. And because of how big the game is, how fundamentally world-breaking it is as a title, as a moneymaker, as a, cash cow for the internet, which we've seen with GTA 5 and RE2, excuse me, it could put the internet in a chokehold in a good way, and it could do it in a bad way. It'll probably somewhere in the middle is what I'm expecting. It'll probably be in there. It won't actually be pure bad or pure good or whatever. But it's a little... It's just a little worrying. Just a little. Hopefully, it can still be a positive thing. I hope the game is really good. GTA, Rockstar, thank you. GTA especially, any Rockstar thing, honestly, if you look at any Rockstar projects, there's a lot of political stuff going on. In GTA, in the PS2 and 3 GTA games, there's a lot of stuff on the radio where they give insane commentary on racism or sexism, or they talk about homophobia, or they talk about wars that are going on, or they talk about fundamental issues with a community or whatever. They talk about that shit a lot, and I'm excited for it because I love the way they do it. In GTA 4, there's a lot of talk about rich people. There's a lot of talk about celebrities. There's a lot of talk about all of that, and it's done really well. Some of it is a bit outdated, not in what they're saying, but in some of the terms they use or in references or whatever, and that's cool because stuff ages. Older GTA stuff, you can look and find some controversial stuff. Maybe they talk shit about a certain group of people, or they make a joke in jest of somebody who doesn't really deserve it, or whatever, and that's fine. It's the 2000s, I'm not here to cancel you. I hate cancellations unless you're like a pedophile. And then in GTA 5, there's less outdated stuff. It's a little bit more towards what is allowed, but it's really good political commentary. And in the shape the world has been in since GTA 5 came out, I mean, we've had, in the US, we've had 3 elections, all of which are controversial. All 3 winners, controversial. There's been a lot of talk of the same things that happened in GTA 5 with like rich people and celebrities and whatnot, and that being a thing, and I feel like they're probably gonna make a lot of commentary on that. Both of... one sec. Let me double check this before I say it. In GTA 6, we have 2 playable characters that we know of. They could up that. They could change the way it works. They could do some weird shit where later on you can only play as 1. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not on their creative team. I don't know their process or anything. But we have 2. One of which is a white dude. One is a Hispanic girl. Latin girl? I think she's Latin. Let me double check that. I don't feel like saying the incorrect term. GTA 6. I believe she is Latin. No. Hispanic? Hispanic. Latina. Okay. Well, my point being, she is not your average white protagonist. And I know, listen, GTA San Andreas had a black guy. GTA 4 had a guy who wasn't American. GTA 3? Who the fuck was GTA 3? Oh no. I'm forgetting things because I didn't do research for this too good. Fuck. My point being, we have had some protagonists who were not white. Or were white but weren't American, or whatever. Franklin in GTA 5. However, we haven't had a female. And I think there is a lot of political commentary that is going to be spread about her. I think there will be a lot of talk about what she's been through. I think there will be a lot of talk about the differences in the way that people treat her in the game. I think similarly to GTA 5, I feel like the different characters are going to have different reactions to cops. Cops are going to have different reactions to them. Stuff like that. I feel like there could be a lot of talk in the game's universe about how she is somehow the only one doing wrong in the situation, even though obviously she's not. But my point is, there's a lot of room for commentary with that character, both as a woman of Hispanic descent alongside being a woman, period. There's a lot of conversation there to be had in the game through, like, tracks, through music, through stuff on the radio, through the way characters respond to her, through interviews from the actor and from people around that, the way that people respond to the character online, which has so far been pretty fucking weird because for some reason people can't understand that women are in games. Like, there is so much room for political conversation around the character, and I think that's really intriguing. Most of my friends are not political, and they don't get into that stuff. I, however, am a political nerd. So I'm the group liberal. So I love commentary that is political, that isn't just like, instead of being like, I hate Donald J. Trump, instead being, here's a character that's similar to him. Here's the issues with that character. That's intriguing. Or talking about, instead of just saying racism bad, there's like an actual story there, there's like an actual arc there, something like that. That stuff is super intriguing. And I think other people find that stuff really intriguing based on the way that certain movies go, or the way that certain books go, whatever, that sort of stuff. I think there are people who aren't into it, which is like, of course not. But then there's people who are really fucking into it, like myself. So I expect there to be a lot there. And if there isn't, that's okay. It's not why the game's made. But if you're one of those people who's like, GTA's never been political, you're stupid. It is a big political piece, so what are you talking about? Like, every little thing about GTA is in one way or another political. It just is. Like, Michael doing drugs because of his kid who only does drugs because they're rich, everybody having issues with Franklin but not with Trevor or Michael, the cops in game responding differently to the three based on where they're from and stuff. Like, there's a lot. And then the stuff on the radios, San Andreas is filled with, there's so much political content in GTA. Red Dead has a lot of it, especially with Arthur just being like a nice cowboy against all the racist ones. There's a lot of political commentary throughout GTA. So if you don't expect that to be in this game, you're fucking stupid. Because there is gonna be. There might not be a lot, but it'll be there. And it will probably be toned down from past games due to the fact that the creators are older. They have had time to mature. The climate for that conversation has changed a lot. But there will be a lot of it. There will also be a lot of political comedy, as there has been in recent Rockstar games, and that's a good thing, because political comedy is really important to the way that we as a society deal with all of that, which is typically really negative, and luckily it doesn't have to be. 1 second, is my computer dying? No, I've still got a little bit. But like, you know, that stuff's there. I think this game will be either one of the biggest disappointments in gaming history, or it will be one of the biggest, most impactful, and thought-provoking experiences a game has pushed since the first Walking Dead in 2012. There's a lot of conversation to be had about this game. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on stuff you want to see in it, stuff you want to hear them talk about, stuff you expect for story, gameplay, acting, whatever. Anything you have to say, your thoughts on how it will affect YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, whatever. Your thoughts on how it will affect the gaming climate. Just your thoughts on the game in general. I think it's really important to set genuine expectations for the game. I mean, it's been built up for 12 years. It'll be 13. People hyping it and hyping it and hyping it, saying, where is it? Oh, here's it. These are what we expect for it, our wish list for it, and infinitely, there's just 800 million videos on the internet. 346 million fucking, like, articles about it. Everyone and their grandma knows what GTA is, and everyone and their grandma knows what they want in GTA 6. So, you know, I think everybody's expectations are, like, way up there, which is not very good. It's like, if you set your expectations way too fucking high, they're probably not gonna be, like, actually touched. Which is fine, you know? Like, you can have high expectations, especially if you're somebody who is super into GTA and super into Rockstar and whatnot, and you've been begging for this for a decade. There are people who play GTA 5 online and stuff all the time who were born after GTA 5 came out. Isn't that fucking crazy? There are people waiting for GTA 6 that weren't here when GTA 5 came out. That's wild. That's, like, actually fucking insane. But, you know, try to set your expectations not low. Expect things of something you care about. But, like, don't expect it to be perfect, and don't expect it to be perfectly what you expect it to be for the past 10 years, because you've changed, the company's changed, the actors are not the same people. It's not gonna have the same characters, it's in a different fucking part of the world. You know, it's like it's different. It's different, and it is allowed to be different. To end this off, give me your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much for your love, for your support. Let's get to 1,000 subs before GTA 6 comes out. Like, oh my fuck, please. Thank you guys once again for everything you do for me, for everything you've done for this channel, and for giving me opportunity after opportunity to conversate with you guys about things I care about. I love you, and I will see all you dudes next week. Bye-bye.